Bitcoin long or short, that is what we're gonna talk about. It's gonna be a scalp trade today, if any. If you followed along, yesterday I closed my long position on 3 different accounts. And the reason why I did that is because there was this 15-minute lower low market structure shift, and I was like, you know, I'm not really interested in playing around with it because we are up here at a 4-hour supply zone. So we're gonna talk about it. There can be 2 possibilities, one of them resulting in a short, one of them resulting in a long. We're gonna go through both of them and just show you what I'm trading and how I'm trading. And just a small recap, if you're completely new here, well, welcome. What we do here is a 5-minute update every single day. My name is 𝗙𝗡𝗊, been here since 2016, and I don't, mind swears. I just literally go into it 5 minutes, 10 minutes every single day, and I give you all the trades that I'm taking. I mean, if you look at this, it's 2.5 grand profit. This is, I don't know why, it's 2.4, 2.2. So all these things, I'm helping you follow what I do, or see what I do, or learn what I do, and then make some money as well. Okay, let's go. So ultimately, here is what I'm looking at. Yesterday, I said, so I actually just tweeted this, and I said, if you look at this, I said, basically on almost Pico top, I posted sell at around $82,000, and then right here, almost Pico bottom at sub 60, I said there's a decent probability for a Bitcoin bounce. And the reason why I bring this up here is because these 2 trades have been very easy, right? This is why I say 5 minutes a day. If you can't spend it, like, you probably shouldn't be in the markets. But if you have taken those trades, that's good, because we have shorted all the way down, we have longed all the way up, and then I've taken this scalp trade yesterday. Again, it's in the Telegram. It's completely free, by the way. It's just a channel. But I posted it in here, and I said, worth it long, wherever that was. And so the reason why I closed it is because of the 15-minute market structure shift, and it is because we are up here at the daily equilibrium, I call it. So markets retrace 50%. 2 levels that are very important here. One of them is the daily 50%, which is up here at this level, $71,000. And the other one is the 4-hour level. And because there is massive imbalance here, I would not be surprised if we only come back to the 50% on the daily. I want to show you something super interesting here. So if you look at this, markets always retrace 50%. Whether that's, if you have been here longer enough, then you see that this here, comes back 50% up here and then rejects. Same thing here. It comes back 50% on this leg, rejects. So it always comes back 50%. And here, as you see, it started to reject right after the moment it came back to the 50% level. So you see that the challenge here is that you want to believe this is the bottom, but this doesn't look different at all than this. At all. Like, there is a massive flush, elevator down, staircase up. Massive flush, elevator down, staircase up. Massive flush. So you continue doing this until there is a higher high formed. The problem is right now the higher high is at $74,000. It can happen, but the likelihood of Bitcoin just pumping 12% from here is very unlikely, right? What I rather want to see is that it rejects from the 50% leg and actually goes lower. Now, we have a perfect setup for that, because on the 4-hour chart as well, you can see Bitcoin going 1, 2, 3 red candles. And that means if we pull something like that, that is a 4-hour market structure shift, a very strong confirmation that we're yet again going down sub $59,000. So this would be the level that I'm looking for, and there are 2 trades for it. One of them is, if you go and look on the lower time, this is the higher time frame image, right? So I'm still expecting we're going lower before we hit $74,000. We're going to go lower. The question is, where do we go lower from? And the way to chop yourself up is to participate in these little ones. Take one from the short, take one from the bottom, and then you're easy to go. But obviously, I want to do some scalp trades as well. So you got to look at the lower time frame. So on the lower time frame, if I look at this, I see 2 things. One of them is that this here is a very strong demand zone on the hourly chart. There is 3, 4 consecutive candles to the opposite direction of the lower time frame trend, which is up. And that means that we have a strong low marked here, right? So this level was able to create imbalances, created a new high, coming from here, so create a new high, and then retraced all the way into this order block, into this demand zone. So if this level at 65,500 breaks, that is a confirmation on the 1-hour chart, and we possibly could very well just go lower. The only reason why I don't think that would happen is because on the 4-hour, there's still just a retrace here, right? So there's nothing else but a retrace, so I'm not worried about that. What I do see, though, that on the 15-minute, this is a market structure shift, and the market didn't come back to the 50% leg even on the 4-hour. So that usually means, bear with me here, that this is a liquidity inducement trap. right? So what, even though there is a 15-minute market structure shift, we're going to talk about that in a second, this here is a liquidity inducement trap. It didn't come back 50. Usually what I would expect to happen, and I'm giving it like a 70% probability, is that it retraces a little bit again to the 50% on this 15-minute leg, right? Retraces up to the 66, 67,000-ish region, and once it done that, then it rejects and goes down at least to 65,000, at least, right? We can add these lows there. This is what I would like to play today. So the scalp trade that I'm looking at is it pushes a little bit higher, shows a 15-minute market structure shift, something like this. I'm actually going to short the 5-minute if it comes about. So I'm going to short the 5-minute market structure shift. Stop loss will go up here, entry will go here, and we're targeting these liquidity sweep zones line right here. So we're looking at about $65,000-ish, right? That is my main scenario for today, or for the next 2 days. What can happen though is that it doesn't go retrace. What can happen is that it just keeps rallying again on the 4 hour, as I explained. On the 4 hour, it goes, makes the high, and then we will see what happens. I see that less likely, but it is also possible, But what could happen is that it doesn't go any higher than this. It just goes a little bit higher and then still shows a market structure shift, which would be a 15-minute because there is 3 consecutive candles here. And then from there on, again, targeting these sweep zones down here at 65,000. That is also a possibility. Less likely, just because I would believe, I think we should liquidate a little bit more into this New York session high form. So I do believe that would be more likely, but it is a possibility. So, and then one more setup that I'm looking for is a long. If we come back down here, I actually posted this in the community. If we decide to reject from here and whatever, and we show a market structure shift, this would be cool. So we would come down here, 5-minute market structure shift, and then long it. That's what I would be looking at. TLDR, I know it can be overwhelming, especially for the newcomers. So just subscribe, come back every single day. You're gonna get the hang of it in like 7 days. If you look at this TLDR on the 4 hour, I do believe that we can go a little bit higher and then reject from there. Ultimately, I'm expecting the rejection because the daily is bearish. It can go all the way up to $71,000. I'm still expecting a rejection and a continuation lower until proven otherwise, which could be a close above 74, and then we'll see. On the lower time frame, I have 2 setups that I'm looking for. The highest possibility is that we go a little bit higher here, show a 5-minute lower market structure shift. Then I'm going to post it in Telegram, and then we go lower. This is a short I'm willing to take with a stop loss up above 67,300. And then the other scenario is that it just simply starts coming down and shows a 5-minute market structure shift, and then it's worth longing. There is a possibility that we can take both. This is why I always say join in on the Telegram, because I can just post. It's free. I just share my thoughts. So go and do that. There's a link in the description. I wanted to talk about SpaceX for a little bit as well. I drafted this the other day and I said we're going to go about 210, right? So on the day of IPO on the 12th, which was, holy shit, it was 4 days ago, was that? It was pre-IPO. It was, holy shit, it was 4 days ago already. Time is running. So anyway, I drafted this and I said we're going 210. Now it went up to 230, but I still expect this to play out. So I want to see at least an hourly market structure shift. I don't want to short into this, but I'm still looking at the short to SpaceX. I think this SpaceX is going to be the best stock to hold in the next 10 years, but I do believe it has to have a flush down to at least 120, 100 and between 100 and 120, somewhere there. So I'm still looking for that short. That would probably be great. And I wanted to tell you this, which is I got challenged by Matthew, who's the head of product marketing at Solana, and he basically pinged me and is like, hey, I'm running this competition. Do you want to compete with me for a week? So I'm going to do that. I'm going to compete him. You can actually follow along here. We're gonna have this. We have this dashboard already. So if you want to join in, you can copy our trades as well. I do not recommend you do that because it's a trading competition. I don't like trading competitions because my ego gets in the way and I want to win and I go crazy bananas. But I promise myself I'm not gonna do it here. So, but this is the page. You can we're gonna link it in the description. You can see it. I think it's quite fun. So you can go and check that out. That's pretty cool. And then of course, all that I just wanted to post this here as well is that I do believe that this whole US Iran deal is going to fall apart, and I do believe that we're going much lower as a result of that as well. So guys, that's it. One more thing I wanted to tell you: if you use 𝗙𝗢𝗙, they are our partners, and I'm trading on 𝗙𝗢𝗙 as well. They are non-KYC exchange registered in Singapore. Singapore. I know the owners, pretty cool exchange, very great investors, Web2 massive investors. If you already sign up using our link, you can claim a $100 deposit bonus. All you need to do is, if you sign up using our link, just simply deposit $200, you get $20 to trade with, and you will be able to use that. And if you haven't signed up yet, well, what are you waiting for? Guys, truly appreciate you, every single one of you. Welcome to the newcomers. Thanks for coming back every day. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll update you on the scalp trades when they happen. Much love. Take care.